I can be green, I can be red, I can be violent upside, I can be hurtful, I can be full, I can be anything you'd like. I can be green, I can be red, I can be violent upside, I can be hurtful, I can be full, I can be anything you'd like. I can be green, I can be red, I can be violent upside, I can be hurtful, I can be full, I can be anything.
Forever report.
I can be red, I can be violent upside, I can be hurtful, I can be full, I can be anything you'd like. I can be green, I can be red, I can be violent upside, I can be hurtful, I can be full.
Can I ask Cornish hen?
I can be green, I can be red, I can be violent outside, I can be hurtful, I can be full, I can be anything you'd like. I can be green, I can be red, I can be violent outside, I can be hurtful, I can be full, I can be.
I just realized how cult-like it would sound to an outsider to walk in here and be bathed in his golden mayo. And I think we're a cult now. No, we have a song that specifically says we're not a cult. Why did the pigeon world get so generous during these awful market conditions and not during the greatest bull markets of all time? Their puts are printing. Tom the first, yes. Thank you, M-Dub. I've earned this by doing nothing. I look down on you, poors. A little Xmas in July? This isn't an appropriate time for that. All right, fine.
This is CEO of AMC, Adam Aaron. And when I'm not stealing money from poor people, my stockholders, or enjoying the money I stole, I'm listening to Christmas music while I count my $20 million bonus. I wrote this song. I hope you like it. Power to the AMC.
Interesting.
AMC is a dud. AMC is a dud. AMC is a dud. And Adam Aaron is a big fat slug. AMC is a dud. AMC is a dud. AMC is a dud, and Adam Aaron is a big fat slug. He wants to take
Merry Christmas,
all your
everyone.
hard-earned money. He wants to take all your hard-earned money. He wants to take all your hard-earned money, then bankrupt all your stock. He wants to take all your hard-earned money. He wants to take all your hard-earned money. He wants to take all your hard-earned money, then bankrupt all your stock. AMC is a dud. AMC is a dud. AMC is a dud. And you're gonna beg holding till it's done. AMC is a dud. AMC is a dud. AMC
What's up, Robert,
is a dud.
aka Migs?
And you're gonna beg hold until it's done. I'd love to wish you a dud. AMC is a dud. And Adam Aaron is a big fat slug. AMC is a dud. AMC is a dud. AMC is a dud. And Adam Aaron is a big fat slug.
This has been Adam Aaron signing off. Stay in AMC even if it drops to $1, because just believe me, trust me, bro. It's gonna rocket.
Ding ding, the markets are done. So, little rally with the SPY into the end of the day, but mostly shit. Down another 2% on GameStop. Failed to break back above gamma neutral with the SPY moving up. Mike buys leaps, thank you so much. Welcome, 5 more Cornichons. SPY had a nice reaction to the end of the Fed meeting, which topped out at 385 and then immediately failed hard because no one wants to bag hold this piece of shit for 12 hours till the market opens back up again. Well, 16 hours, whatever period of time it's closed. Not looking good, falling back into that channel and moving into tomorrow. We may see more downside. We'll see how futures look in the morning. Otherwise, I think everything pretty much played out today as expected. Some of the PMI data came in a little negative this morning, which pushed us down a bit into the Fed meeting, but we did climb back up. So still stable. I mean, the SPY is in a range now where it could move up. I just don't think there's any reason for it to be worth more, if that makes sense. Yeah, I think it does. So, continued bearishness into tomorrow, most likely. GameStop may, unable to break that standard deviation from VWAP as well. So, this may also just open back up below today's VWAP at like 116 and, go for another test of 114 tomorrow. It's definitely possible. I'm not entering any puts tomorrow. I'm probably going to be looking to buy some calls, moving into the possible after hours action on the 8th, due to XRT's thresholding beginning the following Monday. Other than that, I don't know if I have much else to say. Thank you, Pigeon Wells, once again for another awesome day. I appreciate it. Maple, that donation earlier was super fucking awesome. Pores, enjoy the green names while they last. Merry Christmas to one and all, and to all, a good night. What Jamie's doing? What the fuck just happened? Oh, they're gonna clear XRT early? Is that what we're doing? Did Ryan Cohen announce a buy-in? No. What the fuck is this? XRT doesn't start threshold tomorrow. Split? 4-to-1 split announced at 115? Fucking A. Where's the filing? Hold on. We're seeing the last filings July 5th. Yesterday. Whatever it was, the volume's dying off. What the fuck is this? I'm glad I sold my puts earlier. I don't see any announcement of a split. Where? Announced board of directors approved to declared a 4-for-1 split. Oh, dope. Okay, why is it not showing up on their investor relations page? To do with my CC now. Dow Jones News, GameStop announces 4-for-1 stock split. Thanks, Simo. I don't know how many CCs just got obliterated. I told everyone selling them was a bad fucking idea like 15 minutes ago. Close of trading on July 21st. Oh, fuck yeah. I don't think it's fun. I think it's from GameStop. Put the link in announcements, please, Doug. Hold on. All I have right now is a screenshot from Dow Jones News. Their investor relations page is not fucking updating. I'm gonna have so many shares. Okay, I've got this one. Business Wire? I don't see an SEC filing yet. AMC as a dud is the catalyst. 8K is up now? Everyone knows that after hours runs are because GME stockholders are very excited about the NFT marketplace. Oh, here we go. 8K's up. I'll post it in the announcements. Cool. Dustin, thank you so much for becoming a Dillionaire, dude.
Happy birthday, Gert. Yeah. Yeah, we might have a chance, but we ain't got ropes. Give us more than a chance, cause we
No,
ain't
the AK is
code.
out.
In advance, cause we hold in the float. If you are what you eat, that makes gherkin to go back. Hoping that you read the D&D, cause when the shit squeeze, we go end up with the moon, man. Racks to the 510 weeklies while I'm selling CCs like another fucking moon wind. Praise be to RC and the BY, please, cause I need G and me to move soon, man. Got the band GG on the CNBC.
You'll receive 3 shares for every one that you have.
We ain't that Joe, motherfucker. Trade this popcorn cold. When the Citadel fails, I'm a buy my own boat. Sail the Elliott waves like a crank.
So yeah, it's 4 to 1.
Yo, but we ain't no cult.
Oh, find out. Let's see if there's a share recall. Right into OPEX. Thanks for paying attention, Ryan Cohen. I appreciate you watching the streams. Means a lot. Now all he's got to do is wrap up his buy-in on BBBY. We can launch this bitch. I think you'll have time to get out of calls. This just looks like the market maker hedging the news. Little Christmas in July for y'all. Thanks, Ryan. Appreciate it. I kind of want to see who that came from. Will it ruin the magic? I don't know. It just says Ryan Cohen. View the details. Huh. Still says Ryan Cohen. All right. Oh, all right. Well, thank you, pretend Ryan Cohen. Must be him because it's illegal to lie on the internet, right? Will they still short it? Probably. Is SS calling for MOASS already? Probably. 10 quarterly reports. So exciting. It's about to be top news on SS. 4-for-1 stock split confirmed. Yep. Not necessarily trash. If they continue to cycle the volatility play, then it doesn't matter. Don't spoil some fun for the new people. Dan's new all these Ko-Fis have been Nesquik. You'll ruin their Christmas. Thanks, guys, for being a part of this. I hope you all enjoy your attendees. Popcorn Trader. Oh, shit. I mean, RC. FTD printer go burr. Yeah. Nixus wasn't right about anything. Guybrush for MOASS. It seems fitting. Where is that little fucker? Oh, there he is. So my tower long calls, will they become illiquid and hard to sell? Post-split, not pre-split. The question on everyone's lips now, are they finally actually fuck now? Well, what's interesting is the stock's going to split at a pretty high price. Looks like Cohen's banking on fucking July OPEX too. Good news for me, right? I wonder if this can push FOMO beyond the collapse in Gamma. If it does, I don't even know what happens at that point. I mean, well, kind of do, but How much time to get when repositioning weeklies? What do you mean? Tatzel. Thanks, Chris. Let's fucking go. Fuck yeah. We're gonna make so much money. I know. Can we still play OPEX with calls when the chain will be dead? The chain won't be dead. The old chain, if they split the chain, which they may not do for long, but yeah, the old chain will be dead. Not the new one. Yeah, so it depends. It depends on how the OCC handles the split. Can you walk us through slowly what this means for the next few weeks? Nothing. I think expectations remain the same. I'm sitting on a bunch of cash for both shares and options in GME. When would be best to reposition? I mean, it looks like the split's going to happen after OPEX, right? If OPEX starts on the 18th, T+2. So, OPEX would be the 18th and 19th and the 20th. That's the T+2 window, and the split's on the 21st. So, I mean, perfect timing for their covering, right? Should I close my puts at market open? Not necessarily. I think this is... So what you're seeing in this market after hours run, this is the market maker hedging delta that they're carrying, right? This is them covering gamma exposure to ensure that if there is a shitload of interest that comes in, they're properly hedged. You saw this happen with the announcement of the change to the like 2022 fiscal thing and the update to the number of shares available. Remember? And then we ran in after hours. That's because the market makers hedging their exposure based on the news coming out. So we'll probably open relatively in the same range, or they'll short the shit out of us because it's good news, right? Should I close my puts at market open? Yeah, I don't know if that'll be a necessary thing. Hold on, I'm trying to catch up. Everyone's going crazy. July 22nd being the first date for trading under the new split. How could this affect coming OPEX? I mean, it won't, right? You're just getting like 5 pennies for your nickel. Chances this kills the OPEX cycles. That depends on if people sell. Psychologically, when a split happens, it creates liquidity in the underlying because people have more shares, so they're more willing to part with them. If people don't sell, people continue to buy and DRS and hold their shares, then the stock will remain illiquid because technically a split doesn't change the liquidity. Will it force a share recall? We don't know. So my October long calls, will they become illiquid and hard to sell? They can, yeah, if you overhold them. Gentlemen, it's been a privilege holding with you all. Thanks, Trash. Let's fucking go. Absolutely, DK. Effing, we're gonna make so much money. Yeah. Okay, guys, you know what? I will just do a stream on Saturday and cover everyone's fucking questions about stock splits and what happens with options in stock splits and all of that shit for like an hour or something. Because I know you all have a shitload of questions about it and how it works. But right now I'm tired. What does it mean? What was that date to move July 8 calls? What I meant was what date to move July 8 calls. Oh, like if you buy them for a potential run in after hours on Friday? I mean, you'd probably want to close them on Monday. Market orders aren't filling. You can't fill market orders in after hours. You have to use a limit buy. Can we buy up until the split? You can buy up until the... Yeah, pretty much. You expecting FOMO? It could bring some. Could they adjust the split ratio to 7-for-1 when the stock price gets higher in the coming days? Probably not. Why do you think RC Strategy is doing the split announcement now? I mean, they've timed it perfectly with OPEX. Like, I mean, absolutely perfectly. The date of effect is the 21st, which is the day after T+2 is over. The date of the ex-dividend date's the 18th, which is Monday of the OPEX cycle. So 18th, 19th, 20th, right? This is the OPEX covering settlement period. And they're going to split the stock right into the market maker kickback. I mean, could be fucking crazy, right? I think the 18th is the ex-dividend date. Yeah, it is. What does what do? Full pull, please. You don't have to be holding. As long as you own this stock on the ex-dividend date, you'll receive the dividend. And generally with share dividend splits, even if you buy the stock like the day before, you still receive it. It just takes longer. How will you approach the positioning of your options for OPEX? I might buy a little closer to the money. We'll see. I've got to replan some things tonight. Should I take that week off work or not put any effort in? It's gonna be spicy. Yeah, I'd imagine I'll be streaming the stock split. I know what it says, Max Spires. August call's still a decent play for OPEX. Seems like it. How long before I need to see a doctor? 4 hours. Super Style, thank you so much for becoming a Dillionaire, man. Could this let them trigger another FIRE extension? FINRA extension? No.
Yeah, we might have a chance, but we ain't got ropes. Give us more than a chance, cause we ain't no code.
This isn't like an acceptable Rex code. Yeah, you'll still get the dividend if you buy more tomorrow.
Like another fucking moon wind. Praise be to RC and the BY, please, cause I need G and me to move soon, man. Got the band GG on the CNBC saying that he ain't seeing no collusion. And we might be apes, but we ain't that Joe. Motherfucker, trade this is popcorn code. When the Citadel fails, I'm a bomber on boat. Sail the Elliott waves like a Kramer on coke. Yo, but we ain't no cult.
Over the next like 6 trading days, will you be buying calls in the morning? Probably some. We'll see. Might wait for IV to die down a little bit after everyone gets crazy. So they knew the last OPEX would get deferred, right? I mean, I don't know. They could have just decided to split the stock today and filed it. It doesn't take that long. So thoughts on buying now versus after the split when it's lower? I was waiting for it to get to 105 or so to get some more story of my life. Okay, so statistically, post-split, stocks increase in value. For the most part. There are some exceptions, obviously, but for the most part, stocks increase in value after they split. It's just psychological. Yes, fractional shares have changed that slightly over the years, but not much. Stocks that split tend to outperform the overall market in the year following their split and in the 3 years after that as well. Hey, dude, you missed my super chat. I'm sorry, man. Where was it? Was it on Ko-Fi or YouTube? Just say it again. I'll answer you. I'm sorry. There's like 1,000 people going right now. BBBY, check Bobby. Bobby doing crazy shit. Oh, cool. Awesome. Is there a fucking Bobby announcement? Do you think of a single reason to buy AMC when GB is trading at $30, $40? Absolutely not. 10 shares at $100 is split 4-to-1 to 40 shares at 25. Yeah. Why can't you sell the shares on the 19th and receive the dividend? You can, but shares bought after the 19th, you would have to hold to receive it. What's the safest way to exit 130 cc's? I'm aggressively trying to lower my cost basis and sold a few. I really don't want to get, holy fuck, burned. Best way to exit, just close them. If they're not in the money tomorrow, which it doesn't look like they will be. We're only at like 123 right now. It could rip up more, but I don't know if it will. Yeah, I mean, you just close them. BB wide MOASS just brought my portfolio from -80 to -79%. 4 filings on Bobby, insider purchases. RC has to be buying into Bobby. Holy Bobby. Holy fuck. He's doing it all. I was right. Greedy son of a bitch. I love it. I arrived for after hours. Send a super chat to be ignored. The sadness is real. I'm sorry, Smocks. I have arrived for after hours. Are attendees coming to rain down? It seems like it. This really is Christmas in July. The shirt doesn't come off yet. Fucking A. Okay, I gotta go check out Bobby's filings now. Is this the real MOASS, just owning both stocks? So July 18th to my 21st, any shares bought will not be included in the split. How does that play with OPEX covering? No, it does. They will be. They'll still receive the dividend if they're owned before the... It's weird, but yeah, they will. So if you buy like a share on the 19th, you'll still receive the dividend. It'll take longer though. Regarding timing call option buys, Reddit open or wait till opening volatility gets out of the way? I'll probably wait a little bit. Although, that's something I can afford to do. So, factor that in. Hold on, I'm trying to find Bobby's fucking filings. Man, their investor relations page is so much nicer. Is this what it was like to be a blue chip stock in 2008? SEC filings. Let's see what we got. Statement of changes in beneficial ownership for Sue Gov. Jeff Kerwin. Harriet Endelman. and SUGov. Okay. All right, so it just changes a bit. So insider buys, looks like. Bullish. Not sure if this covered, but what happened to cover calls during a split? They'll just split. It's pretty simple. The cover call will be worth, 400 shares of the underlying, and you will have 400 shares of the underlying as collateral. Again, be really careful with covered calls over the next couple of weeks. I said it earlier today. I'll say it again. They're very dangerous. Quite bullish. Insiders don't buy stock in a company going bankrupt. Yeah. That'd be cool. What if we sold 950 CCs? Same deal, right? It'll split the price of the option. Or it'll be 950 for 400 shares. Both split. Yeah, so it's 400 shares of the underlying, 1/4 of the price. When options market have after hours? It doesn't. No problem, Apex. All right, it's almost breaking the $5 put wall. That's kind of significant. Bastille Day is next week. It was in front of us the whole time. Fuck off, Trash Dan. So yeah, calls split, but usually you get 2 chains. So you'll have like August 19 on the standard chain, right? And you'll have like August 19 and they'll be like 400, right? And so these options will be for 400 shares and these options will be for 100 shares at the post split price, right? These options will become very illiquid very fast. People will sell out of them and move to the cheaper, more liquid options chain. I guess since I'm going to stay here and explain the stock split to everyone, then I'll just get it out of the way now. Are you telling me I can now go and post on Superstock on 7/22 a new purple ring showing I DRS'd 4 times as many shares as before just to be 4 times as annoying? Reddit going nuts, I'm sure. It's better to buy shares before the split at these prices or wait until the split and the price drops. What would you do? Historically, it's always better to buy pre-split, especially at these prices, right? These prices are already low for GameStop. The post-split price is the same, right? There's just more available shares. No, it doesn't change the number of shares you have. Right now, you're holding a nickel. They're giving you 5 pennies. You're giving the nickel back, right? Does that make sense? It doesn't change shit. It's just division. What it can do, though, is expose over-lending risk by longs. 4-to-1's nice, especially if the price is going to be elevated during that period. Elevated price means it presents more over-lending risk. Dollars and quarters works better. Whatever. Yeah, you have a dollar, you get 4 quarters. Sure. How do you handle in the money leaps post split? You fucking, why are you exercise them? I've been in a meeting for the past hour and a half. Can you give me the 2 to 3 sentence recap of what happened? Insider buys announced on BBBY. GameStop announced its stock split. Explain split like pizza slices. You have an entire pizza. If you cut it up anyway, you'll still have an entire fucking pizza. Pours with 25 shares can start options. Yes, they can sell covered calls after the split. I announced that I have a pre-aprism. It's not until it's been 4 hours, right? It has to be an extended period of time. I'm having a panic attack and I love it. Relax. No, you can't turn one pizza into 2 pizzas. It doesn't matter how many slices you cut it into. It's still just one pizza. You can cut it into 1,000,000 slices. Still one pizza. More liquidity and options have become cheaper. Boom. Not cheaper, just cheaper relative to what they represent, right? Well, if GME is the pizza, it's going to be cut from 70 million shares into, or 76 million shares, I guess. Free float? Yeah, shares outstanding. So 304 million shares. Just 304 million slice. Still the same pizza. Get a lot of toothpicks. Do we expect massive downs until the 18th? The hate shorting. I mean, I expect them to short us anyway. It's not like they're going to be able to cover OPEX obligations early because, well, they're fucking not due yet, right? They can hedge early. We may see some of that. Derek, tell me how to feel. Calm. We could see some FOMO in the morning. No, RC hasn't announced any additional buy-in into BBBY yet. Jimmy didn't dilute. There's no dilution. It's the same. Kinky sex. It's not a dilution. It's the same as before. If I have $1 and I give you dilution is them just selling shares, which is what AMC did. Jesus Christ. God, people who own AMC are just dumb as fuck. That's why you own that stock, because you're just stupid as shit, you dumb asshole. It's not 75 million to 300 million shares. It's 75 million shares turned into 300 million shares. It's the same fucking amount of the float. We'll answer these same questions tomorrow anyway. I know, Grease Nipple. Just like a fucking brick. So dense. Can you explain it in buckets, please? Buying AMC puts tomorrow because they're all gonna sell to buy GME? Probably. 16 share Greg. 20 share Greg. I have risen. Congratulations, 20 share Greg. Is that no way it changes the DRS thesis? No, but that thesis is fucking stupid too. This chat is about as dense as you can get without having an event horizon. I'm fucking stoked. So weekly is good now? No. Stop trying to buy weeklies. Please explain shares in terms of ornithology. It's like if you have a chicken and you cut it up into several pieces, like legs, breasts, thighs, wings, right? You still, when you still just have one fucking chicken. It's in pieces, but it's one chicken. Same like stock split. How many other food analogies can I use to explain a stock split? Why would there be a recall? Over lending risk. They've lent out more shares than they own. Potentially. There's not guaranteed to be a recall. They very well may not. Asymptotic risk. The stock split in the form of a dividend. Yes. Why is this called a dividend split and not just a split? I mean, it's essentially an accounting practice. The shares are issued via dividend. That's all. What chances stocks reach their pre-split prices again? I mean, if they maintain a consistent level of growth over like 5 years, pretty good. Considering they on average beat the market post-split. Stock split is like a pickle jar. It doesn't matter how many pickles, still one jar. Yes. Thank you, the Purple Hulk. Does this news affect XRT on the 8th? I don't think so. I mean, XRT is still going on reg share, or gonna begin its thresholding process, right? What mean for OPEX? It doesn't change anything. It's after OPEX. Well, the ex-dividend date is during OPEX. The date it goes into effect is after. I mean, the point at which it goes into effect, if OPEX happens as expected, the price of GameStop will already be high. There will be a shitload of gamma exposure or gamma imbalance present on the market maker, and then the stock's going to split the following morning. So, I mean, depending on if there's a share recall for the dividend or not, you know, it could potentially help them crush the price or make it far more difficult. Like if there isn't a share recall, it could help them bring the price down. If there is a share recall, it's going to be fucking crazy. Yeah, I don't. Will happen to remove it? It doesn't remove it from the threshold list. That's not the point. They're moving from one audit process to another. You think the reg show timing factored into the split timing? Possibly. Will we see GEX after OPEX even with the split? Yeah. And it still causes, it's still, the market maker still has to appropriately hedge their gamma exposure. You shouldn't really hold calls through a split. You could just sell them and buy back in the next morning, right? If I rip my physical share into 4 pieces, is that the same as a 4-to-1 split? Pretty sure this is similar to the Tesla dividend split. It is. Also, thanks to the Eggling Pigeon Whales for all the free memberships, including my own. Thank you so much, man. I'm now pricing in my post-split fortune. Hold on, Ned's quick. I missed yours, dude. There seems to be some confusion. I'm a mega smooth. The price of jULY will go from 120 to 30. Like as in 1/4. Yes. Likelihood we test 116 again this week. Still pretty good. Macro conditions haven't changed. They still want to short the stock before they cover for OPEX either way. We'll see how much FOMO this brings. It could become very difficult for them given the illiquidity we're experiencing right now. But they'll get more liquidity out of the ETFs, well, out of XRT, after it begins the threshold process. How do I get gifted a membership? I think it's just random. Wait, so we will get 3x shares as if we had 100 now. We have 300. Yeah, if you had 100, you'll have 400. You're getting 300 additional shares. So they'll just be short 4x the amount, right? No, they're short the sort of synthetic shorts will be short a share that doesn't exist, right? They'll be 4 times short a share that doesn't exist. Most efficient way to get shares before X dividend. You could sell in the money CSPs and try to get a discount on the current price. Short dated. Furlong sold 1,500 shares. They have their negative press if they want an excuse. Yeah, that doesn't seem like, well, I guess, yeah, if they need to short it. I'm guessing BBY insiders chose today to buy their shares as that was the low, knowing that RC and the team knows. It's bullish that insiders are buying on BBBY. More bullish if RC doubles down. More shares equals more CCs to sell. Yeah. Is it a straight split or a dividend? It's a dividend split. No, it's just the same size pizza. It doesn't matter how many times you cut it. Wow, math isn't this chat's strong suit, is it? No, a lot of people have trouble with division. So 4 shares cost same like share. Yeah. Do I need to buy back my 7/8 160cc first thing in the morning? You probably never should have sold it in the first place. But yeah, I would pull back covered calls. I wouldn't want to be exposed to upside risk right now. Furlong sale had a note saying they withheld for tax purposes. Oh, it's just the tax use? Oh, okay. It doesn't fucking mean anything. That's not even bearish. We'll have a hard time spinning that one off. You think the split still will have an impact on the infinite money cycle glitch? It could, yeah. It could stop it. Potentially. It depends. If people don't sell and people continue to buy more and diamond hand, then no. The cycles will likely continue. Tesla stock maintained its price pre-split to post-split. The squeeze was hidden in the split. Will this occur to GME? It didn't maintain its price pre and post-split. The charts just split also. Stefan. I have an engineering degree, but they never taught me this level of math. I have 1 share and it becomes 4 shares. Does the share price become like 4 of the original share? No. Jesus, dear God. If we're trading at 120 and they split it 4 times, each share is worth $30. Check the chart. Yeah, dude, that's every split, man. Look at Amazon. Amazon just split, right? See? Pre-split, post-press split. Same. See? New high, 188. They just split the chart, dude. The chart corrects based on the split. You can beg to differ all you want. I fucking owned Tesla shares pre and post split. I think I know. July 7, 4-1 split. Conspiracy confirmed. Sure. It didn't stay the same. It went down and then it went up. So let's say RC did double down. Does his purchase set off a chain reaction that could lead to a BBBY gamma squeeze? Also, are split puts like split calls? Yeah, same split differential, right? Yeah, it could with all the out of the money call interest. If BBBY breaks $10 and the gamma on the chain flips, it's gonna go nuts. Chance of sub 100 still possible. Does the call chain split immediately? Immediately upon the market open of the effective date. A while ago was discussing the split. You said something like they can boof the split for like 30 days and cover in a more liquid environment after. Yeah, they can use the same ETF FTD process they use now to synthetically short the stock to attempt. But the problem is GameStop has to run a lot pre-split for that to happen, for them to get sufficient liquidity, right? Because GameStop's weight in those ETFs has to be very high to pull that off. So if they do that, if they I mean GameStop will go extremely high in advance of the split. Then it would go high again when they cover. So T plus 6 plus 35 plus 3 days later. More big ups. No more puts for next week to catch pre-OPEX decline. I mean, I closed my puts today. I had no intention of reopening any. Well, at least tomorrow. If individual lenders recall their shares because they don't want to be on the hook for Forex shares post-split. Yeah, they could. That'd be ideal. I think Bithead gifted yours, Olga. No, nothing on the Discord. It's just Cordish odd, but it's still cool. Jimmy runs big pre-split. Would you sell, or does it usually keep running after? It can keep running after. I mean, I have no reason to sell my shares. I'm definitely not selling my shares pre-split on a growth stock. I'll have so many shares after a 4-to-1 split. I can finally do the DFV thing and just sell like thousands of cover calls a week. Superstock must be furious that the NFT dividend is not happening. GME chart, please. I don't think it's doing anything spectacular. It's moving back up a little bit. The volume here is very, very low. Yeah, I know. BBY CEO bought 50K shares. After hours, cup and handle. Figured it out. GME split, same as boofing banana. If you cut it in 4 slices, things will get messy, but it's still one banana. Exactly. You think the split will have an impact on the infinite money cycle? Okay. Answer Bo Bandy, Arnold Kent. Wait until math impaired and RSS see the historical chart change after the split. Crime. So calls that we buy for OPEX need to be sold by the 21st. I mean, or you have to risk selling them in a post-split environment. You explain stock split in terms of post-war land distribution reparations. I think BBY would rock it if RC announced he doubled his position. Will Moonwood have more shares than you after the split? He doesn't have more shares than me now. How would that be possible? A&W third pounder was released in 1980s to compete with McDonald's quarter pounder. The public's inability to understand fractions led to its untimely failure. What did I miss? Why are you still streaming? Oh, GME announced its stock split 4-to-1, Segan. BBBY insiders bought 75,000 shares. Would MM price in Ivy into OPEX options with this news? Probably. When's a good time to buy in? We'll see. And if you haven't bought already, not tonight, right? How does the split affect the TA? It shouldn't. Okay, well, that is news. What's your take on the effect of July 8th and July OPEX? Well, I mean, I love that the ex-dividend date is on T+1 of OPEX, and the date it goes into effect is on the 21st. So that's super cool, right? I don't think it affects July 8th. Try to wrap my head around options plays for OPEX. Will there be a mass exodus in the chain on the 21st, rendering my options worthless? I mean, yeah, not worthless, just hard to sell. They'll still be worth a lot. You'll be here all night. Thanks as always. Thank you so much, Chief Lukewarm Water. I appreciate it. So puts are not in a ton of danger immediately. No. I think we're already seeing some retail FOMO here from retail that can actually buy in after hours based on how small some of these orders are. These are lots of like individual stock orders, sub 100 blocks. What do you think of this setup? I like it quite a bit, Herva. This could be smaller funds too. GameStop doesn't have a lot of big... I mean, this isn't like big longs buying in. This volume is very minimal. Really? Because there's asks at 125.25 right now. 126. Does this make OPEX more or less bullish? More. Options will no longer be cost prohibitive to retail pourers. I know. Yeah, it'll make OPEX entries a little more difficult. IV was pretty low today. This will bump it in the morning, but we'll see how hard. They still want to get IV down before they cover for OPEX, right? How will this impact the SPY? I don't think it will right now. If it squeezes, then that would. Big green candles on IWM. When are you buying for July OPEX? Before July OPEX. Is there a time for shorts to do what they do best? It's tomorrow. If I can sell my puts and buy back my CC at a profit, I'll pour one out for the shorts once I get wrecked. Pick the wrong day to take a nap. 4 p.m. today, the date of record? No. July 18th, date of record. Not date of record, just ex-dividend date. Why would you sell 118 CCs this week? You'll either have to probably roll them or buy them back. You see that 9.5k sell wall at 248.45? No. I have too much order book depth to see that high. Why did you decide on 4-1? I didn't. I said 4-1 was most likely because they could have done a 3-1 with the previous. So previously GameStop was capped at 300,000 shares, which would mean only a 3-1 split would be possible, right? Because there's 76 million shares outstanding. So I said 4-1 because they increased this number to 1 billion on their charter. And they would want this lowest like split ratio. Like they don't want to split like 10-1 or anything, right? That'd be stupid. TomTom gifted another 50 memberships. Dude, TomTom, thank you so much, man. I think this was way earlier, but Thank you again, man. Any estimate on how much it'll cost to buy back CCs at this after hours price? Depends when you sold them. If you sold them at higher IV, you may be fine. It depends. Like, I don't know when you sold them. I think RC new Juno picks would be kicked to July. Maybe. If you were RC, what day would you announce the NFT marketplace? The last day pre-split, maybe? Shit. 4-1 bullish. Yeah, it's good. If you guys turn on gifting, you'll probably get one. So many covered calls. Covered call questions? Yeah, I don't know. I did like that whole speech earlier about don't sell covered calls right now. It's really fucking stupid. And then everyone's like, what about my covered calls? Well, they're probably fucked. When Adam Aaron reactionary 4-1 stock split on AMC that actually sends down to 0. We'll see. I mean, Adam Aaron has to do something now, right? Otherwise, he's going to lose all the interest in his stock. The dates for the split confirm RC is fully aware of your data, either from reading your DD or watching the stream. No fucking joke. We have tons of data points to confirm. That'd be cool. They were already sold. But you could have bought them back. We were down. We were down on the day, right? Do you think it has any bearing on our short-term low price targets? It shouldn't really. I mean, it's going to generate some FOMO. So that's gonna fuck up them pushing us down through that like 114 resistance, which was definitely what they were aiming for. It's gonna cause call buying, which is gonna fuck up the market maker side of things. So it could. We'll have to see how much FOMO comes in from it. And they don't really have any XRT liquidity till tomorrow, so well, till after after close on Friday, so until Monday, actually. $1.6 million shares of IWM bought at closing price in 3 roughly equal orders using TRF. I think this is ETF liquidity getting tapped. Interesting. RC probably got gifted a membership today. How do you know he wasn't doing the gifting? All right, you guys caught me. I work for RC. He pays me to watch the streams and report back to him every day. Yeah, I figured it out. It was Blue Pickle all along. Sure, shares held through what date will qualify you for the split? I mean, any shares owned and bought by the time it splits, by the time it's the effective date, will get the dividend. Even if they're not owned on the when they're owned on the X dividend date, they'll receive the dividend on the 21st, right? When it get on the effective date. But if they're owned after the X dividend date, you'll get them, but you'll get them like several days, like 5 business days later. Because they have to maintain parity across the chain or across the float. So the ex-dividend date's not really that important. I mean, it's ideal to own them before the 18th. What do you think will happen when we split? I don't know. It's more what'll happen going into the split than what I mean. When we split, the stock will split. That's that one's pretty fucking simple. Before the split could be very, very interesting. Yeah, the price of the underlying security also splits. You know, dividend splits and forward splits really aren't very different. It's just in how the split is issued. Own the stock and the ex-dividend, sell the shares after, but before I get the dividend. Will I get the dividend? Yes. Can you help me divide by 4? Burry just tweeted about GME. What did he say? Should have issued a 40-to-1 split for old time's sake. Yeah, but it's probably already deleted, right? This is crazy. But does the split have any effect on the relationship between GME and ETFs? No. If you were holding put, would you sell it open for the high IV or wait for a crash? You could try to catch the IV. I don't know how much FOMO this is going to generate at market open. It's hard to say. If that FOMO dies off, are they going to continue to short? You know, they still have to cover OPEX, right? And so ideally they will do that from a lower price. The question is, with the limited amount of liquidity that they have right now, especially with XRT not on threshold until next Monday, what's going to happen this week? It could get kind of fucking crazy. Hey man, sold out Jimmy and BBY after June with the intent to re-enter. Feeling worried FOMO after the split announced. We outlined strategies on the weekend stream. Or should I just jump back in tomorrow, Friday? Thanks. Love you, bro. I mean, tomorrow everyone's going to be jumping in, right? Son of Ricky. But, you know, it's a question of how long that'll sustain for. Like, is retail buying going to sustain out for 6 trading days? It may not. Until OPEX. So there may be another chance or a lower IV to jump in. Can MOASS now? I need the down payment money for a condo. Now I have to make a new song. Let me know if you like the sample of the music. Lyric ideas welcome into my DMs. Thank you for everything you do. All right, I will, Ben. Thank you so much, dude. Welcome back. We missed you. Chances this was used in an after-hours event that was possible on Friday. No, I don't think so. This doesn't look like the ETF covering. It's way too small. I mean, even this announcement is timed so well with XRT thresholding and liquidity being super tight. If they have to exercise negative delta again to rebalance XRT before the new audit system rolls into place with the threshold process beginning, they may have to do it at a much higher price, right? Yeah, GME announced its split 4-1. X dividend on the 18th, effective on the 21st. Perfectly in line with our July T+2 period. I mean, fucking Christ, like, without coming out and directly saying it, right? Like, me and the quants are going to be celebrating a little bit tonight. Because, I mean, we have July OPEX, right? Which is the options that expire on the 15th. And then we have T+2, which is the 18th, the 19th, and the 20th. And this is the settlement period. This is when we run the hardest, right? And then, you know, this is the X dividend date now. And then the day after is the split date. Like, I mean, right? I said the best time to split is during OPEX. Like 1,000 times. I do love this. I do love being correct. It means more than the money. Say the M word? MOASS? We'll see. Where's the fucking button? Oh, not today, Zakir. Relax. Okay, for the dum-dums that definitely not me that sold weekly CCs today, what's the best course of action, please? So you have two options. You can buy shares, right? You can buy 100 shares and offset the increase in IV on the contract. Or you can buy shares that match the delta of the contract you sold, right? You can delta hedge it. You can buy in the money calls, capture the increase in IV, and then sell the in the money calls to buy back your sold call. These have to be at a lower strike than the call you sold. And or you can just buy it back. Those are the three options. What happens if we mass before the split? I don't care about tendies. I want my shares. So since the X dividend date is on the 18th, it means you have to purchase the stock on the 15th, Friday at the latest, since there's a T+2 settlement on stocks. No. Any shares bought before the split will receive the dividend. It's just when they receive it. So if you own the shares before the 18th, you will likely receive the dividend on time, right? On the, because you know the X dividend date and the effective date is T+2 already. If you buy them after, you may have to wait some time before you receive the dividend shares. So if you buy on like the 19th, it could be, you may not receive the dividend shares till like the 27th. Or like further out, right? How does this work with CFDs? I have no fucking clue, man. I don't know how CFDs split. Once the stock is split, is the curse officially lifted? Will I get to go home? I don't know. You gonna make a split DD for possible outcomes? Probably, yeah. I'm gonna have to put all this down in one place to direct people to, because the amount of confusion already is high. I'm trying to hang in there and help everyone out so everyone's calms down a little. What date is the stock price of the split locked in? The 18th or the 22nd? The effective date. Market close before the effective date. $138, 78. Buying back would be the safest way to go. Probably. I don't know if we're gonna hit 138 tonight, but we may in the morning. Calm down, you said the M word. I said we'll see. August calls bad idea for OPEX. No, probably not. Next week isn't SLD. SLD's on the 20th. Or begins on the 20th. Is Gaff salty as fuck right now? I mean, probably not. I don't think he cares about a stock split. Split announced, still 2.2 million volume. Yeah, retail doesn't have a very significant amount of buying power, and I think most of the buying we're seeing in after hours is retail. Remember, you know, going into the next several days, I know there's a lot of excitement, but try to remember, you know, to be fearful when others are greedy and greedy when others are fearful. And tomorrow morning at market open, everybody is going to be greedy as fuck. They release shares to every existing share. So what it does is it creates a leverage imbalance for shorts. So longs, you know, their shares are going to split too, especially if they recall them. But if they don't, the risk they have is that, you know, now they have 4 shares of GME, right? But they've lent those 4 shares 8 times, right? So these are all lent, right? And now the price of the stock goes up, right? Now it's going up $1 for each share lent. So you see there's a leverage imbalance, right? So they have 4 shares that went up $1, but the 8 loaned shares that they have out have gone up $8. Does this make sense to people? Do you understand how that leverage imbalance doesn't benefit longs and hurts shorts? That's why they would recall. if they recall. Be sus when everyone is bussin', and be bussin' when everyone is sus. Exactly, Diamond Dick. Exactly. What is the time frame on when insiders need to file for the shares they bought? What if these big orders on Bobby today was Cohen buying in more? It depends on when he's buying in, or if he's the one buying in right now. Someone is. Do you think RC is facing some legal risk for his 741 tweet? No, because no one knew what the fuck it meant. Everyone thought they were gonna split 7-1. I mean, just saying cryptic shit on Twitter is not market manipulation. Also, retail investors are just like, I mean, you've read the DDs. I've been getting better each cycle and slowly entering OPEX positions, and had planned to start with IV plays tomorrow. I don't know if you've already got in. Do you think it's best to wait for our FOMO to settle down? Trying to rewrite an entry plan for this news. I am too. I'm not really sure yet, but yeah, I'll probably just average in over the next couple weeks. I'm not super concerned with it right now. I think this price action is not indicative of like a crazy rip tomorrow morning. I think we'll move up, but it doesn't look like it's going to be nuts or anything. Furlong just sold 1,500 shares for tax remediation or something, right? I don't think he bought 1,500 shares. What I'm hearing is wait for Jimmy to drop back to 115 and buy in. Maybe. Do you give it a dividend if you're holding a fake share? There's no such thing as a fake share. How likely do you think it is that the risk to recall is greater than the risk to not recall? Well, I mean, if that's the case, then, you know, the shorts are going to get squeezed out on the other side. I don't know. We'll have to see, right? We don't know their risk. We have no idea what their risk level is on that side of the trade, right? We can only assume from the limited data that we have. And from the limited data we have, it looks bad for them. You think IV expectations during, especially this timing, this is, you know, we're entering the period where GameStop is most illiquid, right? There are the most outstanding obligations. There are, you know, if they used the FINRA deferral for June OPEX, that means that there is a standing obligation that will be settled regardless, come OPEX. Regardless of what fuckery they can pull with July, right? They still have the looming weight of June on their shoulders. Shouldn't we have absurd margin requirements? Why wouldn't they convince the lenders not to recall? I'm sure they will. Like, don't get me wrong, Fright Technician. They will do everything in their power to keep the market from being volatile and risky. That's their job, right? So, you know, I want to get bullish and be like, oh yeah, this will. But we have seen time and time and time again with rules put into effect with the you know, SEC report not giving a shit about the ETF NAV. We've seen with the House Financial Services Committee report, you know, that they are more than willing to go beyond in order to create a less volatile market situation. Right. But ultimately, at the end of the day, there's still counterparty risk, and counterparty risk will be satisfied. That is the thing that keeps the markets in balance, is that there is always another side to every trade. Why is cost running? Who fucking gives a shit? No options, garbage stock. Anyway, the insiders will just release shares when it peaks anyway. Is put OI still increasing? I'm sure it is, yeah. We haven't checked the OI for today yet. How does MM's price in IV for X divs? IV could go up. But I mean, IV is going to go up anyway, right? We just moved up $7 in after hours. When RC bought 100,000 more shares, the after hours jump was 14%. So this is less of a catalyst. Okay, RC's 100,000 share buy-in had very little to do with the after hours jump. That was like the day OPEX was starting, right? John Wilkes. Aftermarket cup and handle forming. Oh, Jesus Christ. Two DDs over the weekend, or do you think you're going to delay the other one? We'll see. Or maybe I'll just keep them all in one big fucking DD. It's almost like RC waited for me to sell my puts. Thanks, dude. And buy back my covered calls. Will you drop something on Wall Street bets? Ah, fuck them. You think the cycles will still continue after the split? Maybe. Only one way to find out. Missed my super chat. I'm sorry, Mickey. What's happening? Another NFT hype pump on after hours, then red end of day tomorrow. Silly retail all over again. Probably the market maker covering their gamma exposure going into Friday. Initially, this initial run was when the news dropped. This is probably retail buying. Maybe some small funds. The split could make the OPEX run more violent. I have 78160 CC. Do I need to buy back first thing in the morning to get immediate fill? Set the price to ask. I mean, you could probably wait a second and see if IV drops up. You know, if IV opens tomorrow up 20%, but, you know, the price doesn't move 20%, you're probably safer. I mean, you're super far out of the money. I don't think you need to be really concerned right now. This could change in pre-market, don't get me wrong, but it's almost like you knew it was coming. I don't know what you're talking about. You can buy a new chair when MOASS happens? No. I'll just suffer in this one forever. Do you now expect call OI to get packed for OPEX? It's gonna get pretty crazy, yeah. What if when and if will we reach similar price levels post split? When and if will we reach similar price levels post split? Statistically, like within 5 to 10 years? In a bear market, hard to say. Oh, it's definitely better to buy before the split. King Ming. No way all these memberships just so happen to be given out today. It's like you forward split the announcement of members. Will SPY do more ouchie down down? Maybe, yeah. The SPY doesn't look very good, right? Yeah. Hey, it held like the 183. We'll see what futures do tonight, but does this change how you plan to play OPEX? Probably, yeah. I'm probably gonna put a lot more money into it than I was. I was just gonna put like the same as before, the same as June, but I might double down a little bit, maybe, you know. Thanks, Christopher Burnett. People with shares in CS will have a hard time selling regardless. No worries. I mean, just slower to fill, right? I want you about these freaking secret brick chairs. I will buy you a nice one for your yacht post MOASS. Thanks, man. I don't think the good news will end here. We should expect more, I think. I think so too. When in Rome, stop. 950 is better or worse post-split announcement headed into alleged OPEX? I mean, still good, right? Maybe even more volatility heading into the split. Seems like the hedge funds have been holding the buy price up to keep retail buying pressure low, so the split will counter that a certain amount, but maybe it's to the short hedge funds' advantage to not short. I mean, they can't really short right now. They're not, they'll have to, I mean, if they short now, they'll have to turn to the lending pool, which will drive the borrow rate up, which will just generate more FOMO. Not really till Monday, honestly. How will we know if there is a share recall? You'll know. What would a good trader like yourself with a good call spread for OPEX be looking for returns? I mean, on the upside, OPEX, an OPEX event can return like 10 to 20x depending on the contract you buy and when you buy it. But a conservative range is probably like 3 to 5x. I have 2024 cover call. I sold at 350. Should I buy it back prior to the split or let it ride and buy it back after? I would probably buy it back before because the spreads could get kind of crazy on those illiquid options after the split. You mentioned closer to the money and buying more. Does this change any of the timing of when you were anticipating likely entering for OPEX? Not really. The recall just happens. We won't see any announcements or forecasts, right? Nope. It happens, and it happens behind the scenes in a way that we would never know. Just imagine a DFV tweet right now. That'd be crazy. With the added capital, are you targeting more near the money options? Probably. We'll see. I'm going to DRS my shares. All right, good luck. Once the split happens, how long until we know if there'll be a share recall? Oh, the share recall would have to happen before the ex-dividend date. They will crush the stock until their dying breath. Expect downs. I kind of do. But they're in a bad position, man. Like a really bad one for this announcement. Still going to wait for a low price, low IV moment. I mean, the low IV moment might be gone. But I don't really care. BBY gonna VUP 2 now? It did a bit. Yeah, Bob. It already went up quite a bit tonight. How would you handle exercising contracts during OPEX given the split? Wait until the split affects the contracts and take 400 shares for each one? Yeah. What does this mean for Stefan's far out of the money calls? It's probably a good thing. What environment would make share recall more likely? Will FOMO help? Yeah. Increased price means increased risk, right? Jesus Christ. BBBY if RC doubles down. Fucking crazy. I looked at the calls to cover OPEX. Would normally want to buy a lot of theta, but with the split looming, how does it work with the options chain splitting and becoming liquid? I mean, you probably don't need them that far, right? If you intend to sell the calls during OPEX anyway, why do you care? And then if you intend to exercise them, it doesn't matter at all. It only matters if you intended to hold your options through all of OPEX and then sell on the way down, I'm assuming. Is no one even paying attention to AMC? Who gives a shit? Does increasing liquidity and reducing volatility boost the cycles and therefore their volatility hedge? It doesn't reduce volatility. It potentially increases liquidity. It could actually increase volatility post-split. Would it be bad to be in a less liquid options chain during OPEX, though, from a selling standpoint? Not really. I mean, you're going to lose some money on the bid-ask spread. Well, Nixus is not RC. I've seen his asshole. Why are you still here, dude? I don't know. Answering questions. Everyone's freaking out. I'm trying to calm people down, I guess. Christine Lagarde's MOASS got. Get some rest, my man. I can't believe the stream is still live. I know. My name's still not blue. What gives? Not only did I Feliz Navidad make you stay past the bell, but the stocky goes rocky. Come on, bruh. Alright. Fuck it. Welcome to the moderator team, Visceral Records Live. I bought you a plant. Oh, god damn it. I don't want it. Keep it. There's also a filing from Furlong today. Yeah, I saw. It's nothing special. How's my name not still blue? Not only have I called you a shill 2 to 3 times today, but I also got Guybrush on the screen. That's all you're gonna get today, JC. Shill. It's about time. Roaring Kitty, you were right. I timed Moon went out for a week. And I made Visceral Mod. It's all coming together, just as prophesized. You're the shill. You've been calling me a shill since day one. You were right. Wait, is Visceral not Roaring Kitty? No, you're a shill. Win Lambo. Alright, that's enough. I didn't ban Darth Dan, though. Darth Dan is not safe. I wasted my free super chat today. I see that. After hours went kind of crazy. All right, that's enough. I'm done. I will see you guys bright and early tomorrow morning. Have a good night, everybody.